Some time ago, Ellie and Jonah came up with the title for a set of stories called The Cousins Club. And The Cousins Club is going to be part of the story that Jonah and Albie have set me some words for. Well, Jonah wanted these ones: a time machine, a face mask, a doughnut, a gravestone, a book and some wallpaper. And Albie wanted a ninja, tea, heart, boots, wood and a cow. So I thought I'd put them all together in one story. Now, this particular story happens towards the end of the holidays, and Jonah had been set some homework. He had to do a project about mining, and Dad said, why don't we go down to the graveyard and we could have a look at the gravestones and see if we can find some graves of mine captains, and there are some really important ones and great big ones that you copy down, and you might even be able to do some rubbings. And Jonah said, well, can we all go? Can we take Ellie and Patrick as well? And Dad said, well, I don't see why not. And we could have a snack while we're down there, perhaps even some tea. Oh, that's a good idea, said Jonah. He liked that a lot. So they got their bags, and in their bags they put the things that they'd need to go: a book to write things down in. They would need a donut at least as a snack, and possibly some other things too. And so they set off and went down as far as the graveyard. And when they got in there, I should tell you that Albie's donut did not last very long. In fact, it didn't even leave the house. He ate it before he got to the front door. And you know what the evidence was? A sugary, jammy handprint right on the wallpaper next to the front door. Well, they searched high and low for a mine captain's grave, and finally they found one. It was a great big kind of obelisk-y thing. It was a great big pointed one, and it was much taller than all the others. So it looked very important and probably very expensive at the time. And underneath it had all the names of his family. But right next to it was a really, really battered old gravestone. And it had some interesting kind of letters on it. It looked like it said Captain. And then, but they couldn't work it out. So the four children actually started picking away at all the lettering, which had got filled in with bits of moss and old lichen. And they niggled away at it, picking away, got bits of stick, and they started to make the letters appear. And you know what? It actually said, here lies the body of Gentleman Jake, not Captain. May his ill-gotten gains bring him joy in his grave. 1616 to 1646. Ellie did some maths. She went 1616, 1626, 1636. He was only 30 when he died. I wonder what happened to him. Well, I wonder if there's a bit more information underneath, they said. And they started rubbing the gravestone and cleaning it off. Well, as they all four rubbed it, something very strange started to happen. The air shimmered. And with that, the atmosphere changed, and they found themselves standing in a wood. And as they looked out of the wood, they could see a stagecoach driving along. And then suddenly, from the woods on the other side, came a rider on a horse. He had on a face mask and an eye patch, and he had huge boots that came up above his knees. He shouted at the people in the carriage. Halt, he said. The horses drew to a halt. "Stand and deliver," he said. "Your money or your life. Choose. Give me your jewellery and your money, or I shall stab you through the heart." "It's a highwayman," said Ellie. "What are we going to do? We can't let him get away." "I could be a ninja," said Albie, "and I could go and kick him." "Well, you might be able to. But do you know what happened? There was a weird noise. It was a noise that only Doctor Who fans would know. That kind of sort of noise. And the TARDIS appeared nearby. It frightened a cow so much it charged right at Gentleman Jake. It knocked him off his horse, and he was knocked out absolutely cold. Then the Doctor came out of the TARDIS. I'm not going to tell you which one. You will have to decide. Tied up Gentleman Jake with some rope, got back in the TARDIS and disappeared. "Oh, that's not fair. We actually saw the TARDIS and Doctor Who, and it even stopped." The air shimmered again, and the TARDIS came back. "I thought somebody else was here," said the Doctor, poking his head out of the door. "Come with me, I'll take you home," said the Doctor. So the four children went across, went inside the TARDIS. The door was shut, and a few seconds later it arrived back in the graveyard. Dad was actually taking a nap, sitting on a gravestone, and didn't even notice when they came out of the TARDIS. A story about Gentleman Jake and all sorts of other adventures planned. For would other gravestones leave them to other times and other stories? You'll have to wait and see.